South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham is a member of the Senate Judiciary Committee and probably shot under par today with the former president. Did you bring up the filibuster and Joe Biden when you guys were out playing?
No, I pretty much watched him beat me yet again. We had a great time. So, but there is an assault on democracy in this country. It's by the left, not by the right. Everything you said is true. They were willing. It took us 50 years to overturn Roe v. Wade by working hard, winning elections, putting conservatives on the court. 5 days after overturning the decision, they want to blow up the Senate. These people are crazy. They want to pack the court. They want to abolish the Electoral College so New York and California can pick the president. They want to federalize all elections so they can ballot harvest and do away with voter ID. I'm hoping people in America are watching what they're planning to do if we don't take back the Senate. But let me say this. You can rest well tonight. Sinema and Manchin are not going to be part of this.
Do you just buy Sinema and Manchin meals every day and like give them shoulder massages and just keep them as happy and comfortable as possible?
Well, I pray for their health. I make sure they eat well, they show up, and they're well hydrated. So, but it is, it's scary. If we tried to do this as conservatives, rewrite the Constitution, it'd be front page news everywhere. It's being blessed by major newspapers in this country. This is the most radical effort to change America in my lifetime. Joe Biden's not a centrist. He's part of this radical agenda. And I talked to President Trump today, and he's very worried about his country. And stay tuned. I think he is on the verge of making a decision here. I'll leave it up to him. But when he was president, we had a secure border. When he was president, ISIS was destroyed. The caliphate was. Iran was in a box. We had, we were energy independent. If I were President Trump, I would talk about the idea it doesn't have to be this way. There's a better way. And I'd go to the border if I were President Trump.
You said stay tuned. Could we hear an announcement from the former president before the midterm elections?
I don't know, but I've never seen him so focused. I mean, just the two of us sitting over in the corner, he said, Lindsey, what the hell's going on? I said, Mr. President, I can't give you a good answer. I know why Biden's not going to the border. What would he say when he got there? He's incapable of changing the policies that led to this invasion. If I were President Trump, I'd go to the border and say, in 5 minutes, I could fix this. If I were President Trump, I'd go to energy-producing states and say, it's not the invasion in Ukraine that's got $5 a gallon gas. It's the declaration of war by Biden on America fossil fuels. That's what I would say.
All right. So you're encouraging the president to start campaigning now. That's interesting. All right, Lindsey. Too bad about what happened today on the golf course, but just keep Manchin and Sinema, as you said, well hydrated and well rested. You're doing your part.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.